welcome to Snack Chat. And my microphone's way too far away, so hope you can hear me now. Let's see. I think it's just going to be a cozy little chat between Smeg and I today. But let's go into voice and see who joins. So let me see. I've got a few bits I need to do really. Oh, I've messed a couple of things up. Let me. Hello, Smeggy. Hi, Smeggy Wiggy. Is that Sir Smeggy? Sorry, Sir Smeggy Wiggy. Hey, it looks like it's just you and I today. Oh no, here comes trouble. It's Ozzy Wuzzy. Ozzy Wuzzy and Smeggy Wiggy. Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening.
How are we doing?
Dear. We're doing fine. I am recording just to make it clear. Yeah.
All right, okay.
Aww.
Last chat before you know what. I do know what, and good luck. Hello, Eeyore.
Hi guys.
Hi. Oh,
Hello.
gosh. Hello, Shiny.
Hello, Tinky Winky.
Hello, Tinky Winky. Hey, hang on. Let's see if we can do this. It's going to be difficult with Eeyore, but let's try it. We've got Tinky Winky, Smeggy Weggy, Ozzy Wuzzy, Shiny Whiny, Engly Wengly, and Eeyore Worry. I'm not sure about that. Oh my goodness. What can I
What
say?
have we let ourselves in for here?
Did
you sign up for this, Smegs?
The usual fun
I
and
don't remember seeing this on contract.
Fun and frivolity. The usual fun and frivolity. That's what we signed up for.
It's
come on.
It's Christmas.
It's what?
It's what?
It's Christmas. It happens, you know.
No way. It's not Christmas. It's not bloody Christmas yet, mate. Come on.
No,
Give me a break. No, it's not.
I bloody hope not.
Don't you dare say it's Christmas. I refuse. I absolutely refuse. Okay, so I'm trying to set up a couple of things here and not doing very well. I've just literally come home half an hour ago and I'm afraid we did, and it's totally against doctor's orders, crack open a bottle of wine. But what can I say? You know, it's I'm here on this earth once, maybe a few more times as a fly and a gnat or an ant, but I figure I'm probably only here once. What?
You've got to start you've got to start thinking like that because life's too short.
Well, it's getting shorter by the minute. That's the thing. We're about to go into full-on lockdown for anybody unvaccinated in Germany, by the sounds of it. As in, you know.
All right.
Yeah.
I've just had my booster.
Have you? You must be really old.
2 days ago.
You must be so old. You must be older than me.
Yeah, cheeky bugger.
Yeah.
You can tell people's age.
Shut up, Smeg.
You can tell how old people are by when.
Dodger.
Yeah, no, come on. You can tell how old people are by when they got their first vaccination, because they gave it to the old and vulnerable. So you're either old or you're vulnerable, Ozzy.
Probably all lots.
Rather ones, yeah, both. A vulnerable old person up north. Okay, so let me see what I can find to do today. Now, I looked for questions. I got one in Italian. Una novità. I have no idea what that was referring to or anything. So, Stralik, if you would like to expand on that, una novità, let me know and I'll see if I can help. But even when I translated it, I was like, what's new? I don't know. So let me see. When you... I think we've already done this one, haven't we? 20. Oh, no. When you can open the secret knowledge, is it then important to start with upgrading to, for example, attacking, defending and fortress? Or is it better to finish first all the other main knowledge? It depends. Okay. It really depends. Main knowledge is important if it's the right knowledge. And the right knowledge for a fighter doesn't come from the economic knowledge. It comes from the hero, the shaman. There's some knowledges you have to complete the whole thing. There's others where you must do it strategically. Now, what do I mean by do it strategically? I will use the banky wanky as an example-y wamply. Okay. So... oh, come on. Come on, it's fun. Okay, let me just find custom area and then I can... Oh, what's that going on? Ah, yeah, okay. So, I'm just going to screen share. So here is our magnificent bank. Bear with me a moment whilst I try to get it to actually shape it. Okay, screen share. Okay, so I've gone live. And when you're looking at knowledge, okay, this is obviously where you go. This is your oracle. And I know all of you know this, but just in case. Now, your main knowledge, this is, remember, the bank. So he's got quite a lot of economic knowledge done to stop things going awry with the banking stuff. But as a fighter, this is the stuff you're most interested in. Now, there is some stuff that you have... This is your main basic knowledge. And there is some stuff that you have to complete. Okay, now when you complete it, that can also be a strategic decision. Okay, only you can make some of these decisions. But for example, espionage. Everybody's going to need scouts. And this one is one that you can safely, without regret, max. Okay, because at some point you're going to need this last one. So when you look at knowledge, basic or secret knowledge, look at the bottom part and go, how far do I need to go for my account? Well, if you're a fighter and with the recent change to the stronghold where we're getting scout marchers, espionage is now a key bit of knowledge for all fighters if you're going to do siege. If you're in a level 3 stronghold, don't worry about it. If you're in a level 4 with siege, even if at level 1, doesn't matter, get it done. So you can pretty much say this one you need to do everything. Okay, even the speed up, because this bit, scout offense, you've got to get to 15 of 15. You're going to have to do this. So the bottom one, if you look at how these little lines go, this bottom one means, that line means you've got to do this first. This line means you've got to do this and this first. This line means you've got to do that first, that one, that first, that one, that first. So the trees, as they call them, the knowledge trees, they tell you what you need to do, where you need to go. Now, when I said you need to think strategically, if you want to be a fighter, you can, and you don't mind buying packs, or you've got a clan that supports you with resources, you don't need to max economic knowledge. What you do need to do, because, sorry, farming is part of the game, you've only got to look at the new CVC scores to see that. You need to do these ones. Spoils of War. Now with the new gold mines and the rewards for KVKR, I'd say you need to do this one. Convoy capacity, so that if you go raiding in towers on Fury or in home gang forts, you need to grab as much as you can in one go. You need this one. These ones... Well, a bank doesn't really need to max these because he's always got a lot of RSS. And no, he's not going to drop shield anytime soon. So if anybody's watching this going, forget it. These ones, this one, all of this, it's not necessary to max. The only reason they've gone up to here is these ones. These ones that we're maxing, yeah? This one, yes, because it's building, it helps. Again, not essential for a bank, but this is why these are done. These ones, I don't care. I really don't. But eventually, I'll want this one. I'll ignore this one because the bank has got over $1 trillion in silver. It's never going to make any. It's got too much. Once you've gone beyond your capacity of your storage, you can't make any more. So if you're going to fight, you will need this. Go up to here, ignore this. And to do it strategically, you literally click on the final thing you think you need, and it will tell you what you need to do to get there. Okay? Oh, sorry. Clicked away. I can't do anything because I've got some knowledge going, but you go down the tree, whatever tree it is, find the one relevant to you, the last one that you'll need, click on it. Then go to, and that's when you can start upgrading. And if you do that, the game will take you through the bits you need to do. You're less likely to make a mistake. Once you've got that, gosh, told you I'd had a bottle of wine. Well, half a bottle of wine. Actually, less than half because I've got a guzzly husband. So once you've got to that, and it's got to 10 of 10, then you go further up and you see if it's missed anything key. So it might have only gone up to 7 here and you've got 10 here. So then you do that bit. But be careful. Think about what you need to do. And honestly, most people nowadays, they don't need any of this because you carry so much here in your storage, you're never going to make anything here. The only ones that will need this is if they're alts that are there just to make iron or just to make lumber or just to make silver, and they get raided regularly by the clan or by the alt owner. Okay, this one of course is key, so again, if you'd already done that and that's not, you click on that. Oh yeah, I could do it, but as I say, it won't let me because I've already got something cooking. Okay, military wise it's the same thing, but it's very different for every troop. It depends on your main troop. Okay, so let me have a look. Oh gosh, I've got something from support. Oh, what have I done wrong?
Can I just say something?
Go on.
I've just completed the Big Six.
Yo! Nice one. That's a hefty one. That used to be it used to be dreaded by everybody, and now because of the way the game's gone, most people are going, well, that was quite easy. But no, when you're starting, when you're free, that's a good one. That's a good one to have. Okay, so
I've had to spend quite a bit of resources in gold and that.
The bank noticed.
Yeah, you noticed that my demands went up a little bit.
Just a tad. Luckily, as you can see, we've got a healthy bank, but you can't keep taking. You've got to keep putting in as well. Everybody has to put in.
So you obviously haven't seen the stronghold then.
Yeah, that's
my contributions there. Then have you?
Thank you for that. No, I don't often look.
No, I'm not after a thank you. I'm just saying I do.
No, I know. You did mention that you'd paid into the stronghold, and I was like, great, you've got the idea, because you can't keep taking without giving back. That's the main thing. But you can see we're quite healthy, but that's only because we've got a trustworthy banker who doesn't spend it all on her own account.
But
you wouldn't believe.
One thing which I did find this week.
Yeah.
After I got taken out by what's her name, Anna Braveheart.
Oh yeah. Sneaky fart.
I had to train troops up, and I asked for 8 billion food. And I had my boost on, me 7,200.
Yeah.
Percent. So I'm like training over 1 million troops up at a time. And that 8 billion just went.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Yeah.
This is why I end up sort of like cap in hand again.
I know.
Asking for if anybody's got any spare, let us know. So thanks, Tinky Winky, for helping us out there. but I needed it.
Yeah,
So
and you trained at the right time. You made points. It's all good. Don't worry.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah. No,
so
no. That was planned with that.
when it comes
So
to the military, okay, if you click on the military and then use the same principle, follow the tree down, get to the bottom. Okay, you can see this is a bank. He's not going to do military much. Unlock cutthroats. Well, what troop type is the cutthroat? Can anybody tell me?
Killers?
Yeah. That's what makes killers one of the toughest troop types. Well done, by the way. One of the toughest troop types because it's right down at the bottom of the military knowledge tree. That means if you do killers, you've got to do everything above. The next most difficult, what is a polybolus? What troop type?
Siege.
Yeah, well done. 10 out of 10. It's like being in school, isn't it? Okay, so if you're siege, that's where you stop. You don't do killers if you're siege. Okay, so that means as you go up, what have we got here?
Executioners.
Yeah.
Melee.
Melee, yeah. This one. Fanatics. What's he sitting on?
A horse.
It's a little horsey.
Cavalry?
Yes, My Little Pony. Cavalry. And huntsman. He's got a bow and arrow.
Archer.
I have a feeling he's melee.
Ranged. No, ranged. Ranged. This is melee. Cavalry, ranged. So, killer, you've got to do them all. Siege, you've got to do them all but killer. Melee, cavalry, ranged. You choose one, whichever is your main troop type. Okay, so Engels has only gone to here. Okay, CC has had to go to here. Okay, I think he had to open up 1, 2, 3 to go to here, but hasn't done here because it's not needed. Now, it might sound silly, but it's 10 different things here and it gets quite expensive towards the bottom. Going up, again, you would start with your troop type. So let's pretend we're melee, like so many people. Okay, and it will tell you where you need to go to start doing the knowledge. Okay, and eventually you'll find one that you can start. Now, it's ranged defense. You're melee. Why do I want that? You don't, but the game makes you do it. Okay, and that's why it's important to do it strategically. Find your troop type and work your way up. With the special knowledge, it's a little different in that there's special knowledge 1. You get opens up, I think, when you're 35, 33 or 35. Can't remember. But anyway, special knowledge 1 and special knowledge 2, because of the way the game is, you start with both with fortresses. It's very unlikely that you are, by that time, in a clan that doesn't do siege, that doesn't do fury, that doesn't do home gang. So you've got 3 major events that need your fortresses. That's where you make the most of your soul shards. So once you get into special knowledge, start with fortresses. Then you've got to think, offense or defense, how do I want to play? But you've also got to think, what is my troop type? Because in the special knowledge 1, each special knowledge has some benefits for particular troop types. Okay, if you need help with that with a specific one, I can't keep it in my head, but you need to look at them and don't just go. Eventually you'll probably do them all, to be honest, but it's going to take you time. It gets silly expensive, time wise, boost wise, gold wise, whichever way you do it. Your first knowledge is always a bit cheaper. Your second knowledge gets more expensive. Your third more expensive. By the time you get into special knowledge 2, you should have an idea of what you're looking for the best one for you. But you will always start, I think you will always start with fortresses, even though maybe there's a cheaper route. I don't know that. But I would say, generally speaking, everybody I know has started with fortresses because they want to get the fortresses done ASAP to get the soul shards. Okay. So if you look in, it's no good me looking in the bank for special knowledge, but if you look in the secret knowledge for the first stage, if you look fortresses, you get that completed. Then you look at there's defending or attacking. Partly it's down to what kind of player are you, but partly it's also down, if you look at defending, you will find as you go through the different boosts that you can get, you'll find that there is stuff specifically to do, and it's a bit further down, ranged and cavalry. Okay, there's ranged defense, there's cavalry defense, there's ranged offense, there's cavalry offense. So that means that even if you're not a defensive player, you're actually going to get some good stuff if you're ranged or cavalry on that tree. If you look at the attacking tree, and again, don't just look at the top, always read down. It's got lots of stuff for all troop types, and then as you go further down, you get melee offense and killer offense. So you can see on that tree, there's some juicy stuff for melee and killer. And that's why it's so important at the start of the game now to decide what kind of troop type, what kind of player do you want to be. If you want to be an offensive player, melee and killer are the way to go. Or melee or killer. And then maybe if you want to do some defense later when you're stronger and you can decide on a second troop type, you can think, okay, I'll be cavalry or I'll be siege. And siege is the one that gets the fortress juicies, what I call the juicies. So siege defense, siege offense, scout defense, scout offense. So the way the game's gone, scout is almost first troop type choice now, because of the siege, but you do need a second troop type, and you need something. Maybe it's what's made a lot of people going out there onto the different social medias going, we need this troop type, we need that troop type. They're trying to get the best balance of players for their clan, and quite often they're looking for siege because siege is powerful in fortresses. Okay. The second special knowledge is more complicated. Honestly, it's a nightmare because first, second, third in the first stage, each one gets more expensive. And then in this one, you've got offense, defense, health, fortresses, towns, tier 8. And there's so many arguments going on. I'd say fortresses first, and then whatever you enjoy doing in the game next, be that offense or defense, then health. This is my personal opinion. I'm not telling you to do this, but health is really important in the game. And then you've got to decide, do I do defense? Do I do towns? Do I do tier 8? If you've got money, if you play hard and fast, tier 8's worth slotting in a bit earlier because it gets stupid expensive later. That said, tier 8 are stupid expensive. So you're basically with tier 8 deciding, I'm going to spend money on the game. Honestly. It's like a wallet warning, if you like. The defense or offense, that depends on the kind of player you are. The towns one also depends on the kind of player you are. But beware, because in towns, buried at the bottom, there's something called bloodlust.
I was reading that the other day. That one's scary.
It is until you're big enough. Then it's like, yay, fun. And honestly, even if you accidentally, as some people who didn't read it properly did, just hop a lot. Okay, bloodlust at the different levels means you cannot shield up after attacking. Now, it's only after attacking a fort. As far as I know, if you attack a siege, if you join an OS, it doesn't activate bloodlust. I might be wrong on that. I haven't got it. I'm not an offensive player. I try not to be offensive. But towns is also for defensive. It is no use for forts. Okay, that's why the bloodlust doesn't kick in on forts. But it is super useful if you like going out, finding shield drops, or just testing your strength against another player. It's very important. But if you attack on tile, and I think if you attack another fort, if you activate bloodlust, you are committing to not having a shield for, I think it starts as a minute and it ends up as 5 minutes. Again, check. But some people really like that because it gives them a bit of a thrill, I guess. Ooh, I might burn. I don't know. But anyway.
You also get a massive offense boost.
You do get, but no defense.
No defense, yeah, but massive offense.
So I would say if you're going for towns, you need to do defense too, because you're going to need it. Eventually, if you're a big player, if you want to be a big player, if you want to be a level 40 maxed player, you're going to have to do them all. And you're going to just have to accept you're either going to have to crack open the wallet or take your time. And you know me, I always say, take your time, get there the right way. But I don't think I know anybody who's gone that route, who hasn't got the whole lot done. I haven't done them all yet. I haven't even done all of part 1 yet, because I take my time and I'm not spending more money in the game than I can afford to. But it drags you in the game, as you know. So just be aware of what you want. Have a bit of an idea of a plan where you want to go. And if you're confused about whether you want to be defensive or offensive, look at your troop type. Think about what gives you fun in the game. If you like going trapping, then you're probably a defensive player. If you like burning things, you're an offensive player. If you like just playing with other people, you're a fortress player. It's all, how do you want to play the game? And remember, you play the game. Don't let the game play you. That's really important, because I don't want anybody going, I feel so ashamed about how much money I've spent on the game. No, you're having fun, you're paying for entertainment. Just make sure you keep it within limits that you set yourself. Okay? So does that help or does that hinder? Is that, again, it's something you have to decide for yourself, but there are ways you can use what's there in the game to make informed decisions. I'm not even going to say the right decisions, because the game changes as well. And what was right this week, you might be thinking, why did I do that? The worst thing you can do is be an early adopter. The early adopters, I might be one of them, when the Azir came out, they opened up Azir they're never going to use. I mean, honestly. There's some Azir that you're going to use. They're the expensive ones. You're going to use them all the time. There's other Azir and you're like, you only use them for getting the ghost achievement, because it's like, they're crap. They're really shit. It's like triangular runes, you know, when you first start, you're like, oh, I got all these. And then you realise they were all triangular and there was like 2 round runes, and the triangular runes, they're useless. Absolutely useless. And then you're like, why did I do all that hitting of stuff and get excited about and make all and form them, and I never use them. So it's very similar. Be kind to yourself when you make the wrong decision. Just hang back a bit when there's new stuff. So, new stuff. Yay. There's some new stuff coming. Has everybody been paying attention?
Alliances.
Yeah. What? I mean, I put a little note. Let me have a look. Where did I put it? Oh, I wrote something like,
Is that when you want to join Ret or something?
let's talk about alliances. How will it work? What might the implications be? Who would you like to ally with? Well, I've already booked Ret. We're okay. I sent them a message saying I'd like to, and I was the first one. So I think first come, first served. We're allied with... No, we're not. Nobody knows. Okay? This message came out, and yeah, let me find the message. I think I put it into Vikings chat, didn't I? Let's see. Where did it go? Grey Marchers. I can't find it. I know it came up because it came up as an announcement, but it seems to have disappeared. Has somebody deleted it? Very naughty if they have. Let me see. It doesn't matter because I can find it again. Okay. So, in announcements, we should find it. Hey, it'd be funny if they pulled it out, but anyway, let's have a look. Game discussion. Okay. Well, this is very interesting. Oh, no, here it is. No. Here we go. Okay. This month, we're going to be releasing an update that will add tons, I love this, add tons of interesting things to the game. One of the new big features is alliances between clans, join onslaughts, a special chat for allies, and help with constructing buildings and learning knowledge. These are just some of the benefits that your clans will gain by forming an alliance. We'll tell you more details about the new feature when the update is released. Okay, so the big thing is it doesn't really tell you much. There's 2 clues. Alliances between clans, but another clue is let me have a look. Some of the benefit that your clans will gain by forming an alliance. So there's a couple of things that ring warning bells for me. An alliance means one. Yeah. So you've got 2 clans. You choose one other clan. Now, a lot of people are speculating that it will be between kingdoms. I can't see that ever happening. Well, you'll be able to knock me down with a feather if it would be possible for a clan like ours to ally with Rhett. Why would they? But in between kingdoms, how that... I mean, they can barely get jumping across kingdoms to work as it stands. How would they get it to do it during events? No. I think it's going to be alliances within your kingdom or an alliance within your kingdom. So, what are your thoughts? I've spoken enough. What do you think? Come on, I gave you lots of time to think about it.
me and Ups think it's a good thing. We think it could be very interesting.
Interesting isn't always good. There's a Chinese curse. May you live in interesting times.
Yeah. If say RHSK decide that we are to be their alliance, it could be so much fun.
Yeah.
Slotting with the big boys.
Yeah. What might be the down? Okay, that's the positive side. Fun. I agree. I'm quite excited, to be honest, because I actually write quite a bit to Plarium. And I did write, sometimes from time to time. Just the occasional little note on one. Not just complaining. No, I don't only complain. It's just all you do is read my complaint. No, I actually make suggestions. A long time ago, I said, what is the point of having kingdom events when the kingdom can't play together? I know people say we play together, but what do? We hit invaders together, we farm together, and if you're in a good kingdom, if you're lucky, might share some reputes or might help out if there's a siege and you're getting battered. That kind of play, but that's not playing together. To me, playing together is fighting together, and you can't really fight together. You can do a bit of setting up a trap. If I go on this tile and somebody hits me, you hit them. But it's not fighting together. So it was quite a while ago. But it's nice that, maybe they do listen. Maybe they do realise the game needs a bit of a shake-up. And certainly with the 24/7 aspect of it, alliances could be useful purely on a time zone basis. So, yeah, bringing some fun in. But what's the downside if you ally with the biggest clan in the kingdom? Can you think of any negatives?
You also go against the stronger people where your warriors won't do as well. I
Yep,
suppose.
there is that. You'll be facing, if they're a 17 trillion clan and you're in a 3 trillion clan, you're going to be facing their 70. But do you think it's going to work on CVC?
Well, isn't there meant to be a union thing coming where 2 clans pair up?
That could be part of it, yeah. I don't think alliances will work in CBC. I don't think you'll be able to bring people
you don't
in.
Get points for it.
It'd be their way to get rid of TVC. Bring something else in.
It might be. It might be. I did say that to hubby. I said maybe they're going to put CVC out of our misery. I mean, I like
Because
speculating
CVC
about this stuff.
is becoming a bit of a joke now.
CVC's the only reason we play CVC is for the beastie. If they gave me a beastie for doing anything else, like, you know, wading through a bucket of shit, I'd probably do it. Sorry.
No,
I apologise for that. But honestly, I dislike. I mean, there are aspects to CBC that can be a bit of fun. Siege, for example, but
we're recording.
Yeah, but you know, my recording, I can edit it later. I won't edit that. That's fine. But honestly, it lost all its fun when they brought in the categories the way they brought them in. The first categories weren't too bad because you could wangle them a little bit and still have fun. But now the categories are so tied down and people are so scared to sneeze that, yeah, it's just... And I hate telling people, don't do this, don't do that. And every CBC is like, oh, put your domain guard up. Oh, where's your domain guard? Oh, don't go on tile. Oh, we've got first category. Yeah, we're going to win. No, we're not. Okay, so there are other downsides to this idea of an alliance. Anybody else had any negative thoughts about it? Smeg, you must have thought about it.
My biggest concern would be our own clan security, because then you've got another clan, if things turn bad, that knows more about you than anybody else.
Yep, there is that. I mean, the security of the other clan in some respects, because as we know, you get bad actors in the game who join your clan under false pretenses and then do dump all over you and the kingdom. So it seems to be what they enjoy in the game. Not naming any names, sneaky fart, but I mean, that was just so obvious that was a different game plan to what anybody else anticipated. It was just like, yeah, not subtle at all. But they exist, and it's part of their way of playing the game. So you've suddenly not got your own clan security. You've got about your ally clan security. So suddenly you're telling another clan what to do. And what if it's only one clan per clan? So you ally with one clan and then you can't ally with anybody else. What might be the problem there? Can you remember the playground at school? Can you remember being a child at school? Being besties with somebody? Yeah. What happens if you're besties with the most popular kid in the classroom? Everybody else hates you.
Popular kid.
Oh.
With my boy good looks that I've still got.
Well, let me put you as a bit of an outsider at school. I can tell you, everybody wanted to be mates with the popular kid, and the mates of the popular kid protected that matiness like it was something really important, but also the jealousy that came about because of it. What happens if somebody asks to ally with you and you say no?
Yeah. Better Discord in the kingdom.
I think so. Well, I'm trying my best.
Yeah, that could massive crack in a nice and friendly kingdom concept. That could encourage crack.
Well, the other side to that coin, yes, it could. And the envy and jealousy, it depends how many allies you can have, how many alliances you can make. If it's only one, I can see that being a problem. Also, the thing that actually delights me a little bit is, these kingdom killers that raid kingdoms and jump in and smosh everybody, and then they say, all the tiles belong to us, nobody farm in our stronghold, and nobody's allowed any level 9 or level 8 tiles because we did everything and you didn't do anything, and they all belong to us. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking, well, if you've got a kingdom like that, it might be cool to make an alliance with all the smaller clans and go and smosh them. So it might be interesting, but it has also got the possibility for being somewhat, dangerous. Not danger. I mean, it's only pixels, but I can see it causing a lot of problems too. Then, who the hell is Rhett going to ally with?
Probably their alt clan, because it's Rhett and they don't need anyone else.
Exactly. So I can see that also happening. This idea that it's going to be allies, as in other clans. With the big boys, it's gonna be their alts, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which is a bit boring, but I think it is.
The only thing that's exactly the thing that we'd probably do. We'd probably end up with redhead kids.
You think?
So we'd probably end up having probably going with redhead kids.
You reckon?
I don't know.
That's what makes it interesting.
Well, I don't know. I mean, well, who else would redhead kids go with?
Probably Okie Dokie 2 actually being more battle ready. It would make more sense.
But Okie Dokie 2 there's only about 3 or 4, isn't there?
Yeah, but the 3 or 4 of them are very strong, and it would stop them needing to hop into redheaded stepkids to take part in like Fury and stuff. Cuts out a lot of the middle ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot to think about, but at the moment it's all pure speculation. I kind of like it
because there's not enough.
They've done that deliberately. They've done that deliberately. That's what they do. I mean, what is good is that they did announce it. Because to me, it's fun speculating about what might be coming and what they might do. My problem with the whole of Vikings is when there's but honestly, in Vikings, in any other game, when they announce an update, it's real excitement and wonder what's going to happen. In Vikings, it's pure fear.
How are they going to fuck us this time?
How much is this going to cost me?
Either that or what are they going to fuck up?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, we're recording.
Okay, so let's have a look. Shiny. Sorry, I was not paying attention to chat, so you can take the microphone, Shiny. There are too many players that will start quarrels. Absolutely. If you've got 2 big clans, I mean, if you've got War in the Kingdom, that's going to be super fun to watch. How will they sort that out? And it depends how much strategy or strategic benefit there is. But if there is a strategic benefit beyond getting a few extra help clicks, which seems to be something they're selling this on, if there are strategic benefits, then some of these warring kingdoms might have to rethink who they want to be at war with. They might actually start kissing and making up. I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, because I imagine there'll be some military things. I'd be surprised if you could go into an allies OS at full strength.
Well, it looks like, It does look like, but not during CVC. I don't think it's going to do it during CVC.
Pointless, because there would be no point gain for the troops they kill.
Exactly. So Kingdom, definitely. Maybe Fury. That would be very helpful. Maybe you could... Because in Fury at the moment, if a member of the Kingdom goes to defend a tower, it doesn't show up to other clans. Okay, so if they're defending a tower and the pop holder or one of the bigger clans decide to attack that tower or to try and defend it themselves, they end up attacking it and killing their own kingdom members in the process for no soul shards and for no benefit for the kingdom points. So that aspect of it, if we could help each other in towers, the bigger clans, but it would have to be clans, plural. Home gang is like CVC. I can't see that you'd be able to interfere in each other's home gang. But I think KVK, KVKR and Fury would be useful for a kingdom to be able to fight together. And maybe for this new, whatever it's going to look like, yeah.
Although I imagine the checkpoints and that are going to be outrageous considering new clans.
I think you're right. And they're
going to be terrible to start off with anyway until they can adjust the numbers properly.
Yeah, it'll be... I always think that they start off buffing it quite nicely, so everybody gets excited and wants to play it, and then slowly they start pulling it back, to be honest. Yeah, they bring you in, yeah. Shiny's got some really good points here as well. An alliance with stronger clan means less chances for the smaller players. Yes. If you're, as a smaller player, going to be joining a bigger player's siege, guess what you are?
Meat.
Yep.
Yes.
So you're not just meat shielding your own clan, you're meat shields for somebody. So that could get expensive. And everyone has other ideas if there isn't consultation. But yeah, if there... So this is the one thing that worries my hubby most. Who's going to organise it? I mean...
This is another thing. It's like mergers and acquisitions.
Yes!
You know,
and we know how successful they are.
who's going to be the dominant CEO?
Yeah.
Or in business terms, this is who's going to be the dominant CEO, or do they just scrap the two CEOs of the two companies and bring somebody fresh in?
Yeah.
That's the question.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm spot on with you there.
And
not
you always get one who's more dominant as well.
Yeah, but it's not just that. I mean, who the hell wants to organise not only their own clan, but somebody else's clan?
Yeah.
Who's going to organise the siege? If you're setting an OS and somebody else can join it, how can you tell whether they're battle ready or not? They're going to be taking up space. Now, the only thing I can think that might ameliorate that a little bit is if, I'm sorry to say this, but I think they're going to buff the OS size. I think they're going to increase.
Yeah, they have to.
I think they have to, yeah. I don't want them to because we won CVC and Okie Dokie too, but we got battered by another clan. I mean, 2 level 40s with their march sizes.
I mean, it's getting to the point where they need
ludicrous.
To start doing that because Onslaught's the only way to really take out these big players, and these big players stacking like more than 3 billion troops nearly makes them unkillable. You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
So you need to do something to Onslaught size to counteract the fact that everyone now just carries billions and billions of troops.
Yeah, and not just the billions of troops. I mean, if people want to carry that much, I've always told Plarium, if people want to carry that many troops, fine, but they have to feed them. Otherwise, their health should diminish. Yeah, I really believe that their health should go down if they're not feeding them, because these quadrillions, they can't even go into trillions now, quadrillions of players, these huge armies,
like Borjorn.
Everybody knows military tactics. You have to feed your army. What are they feeding them on? Air? And then there's the ones that defend the... Yeah, and then there's the ones that are allowed to defend the burning towers in Fury. How many armies do you know go marching into a tower burning to defend it? Their health, their health should plummet to nothing because they're being burnt, they're coughing, they're being sick, they got smoke inhalation.
Yeah, or some kind of what's the word? Kind of like stamina. You know, like if you're something. There's all these different things. Health.
I was thinking, but stamina.
Yeah.
So, or bring in a new thing that just makes it obvious that they're in a burning building, or that it's obvious that they're starving. They've all got dysentery because they're not eating properly. They've got scurvy because they're not getting any fresh fruit. So a bit of reality, please, in this daft game of ours. But anyway, maybe they will do that. Maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, I've got something I also want to share with you in a moment, but it's got to upload first, so bear with me. Okay, so let's have a look. Every player needs, this is from Shiny again, respect and reverence from your fellow members, activity both in the game and in the alliance. Yeah. And also
Can I just say that?
Ozzy? Yeah. What?
You know, you're talking about Shinies. They're saying there are too many players that will start quarrels.
Yeah.
You know, what's a quarrel? Somebody defending
Like an argument. I like beef.
I know what the literal term of quarrel is.
Northerners confuse me.
But what I'm saying is, I have many disagreements with people, right, who are a lot bigger than me, who think that they can just do whatever they want and screw the smaller player. Am I one of those who starts quarrels, Johnny?
I think you can be sometimes, Ozzy, as you well know. I did offer you a big wooden spoon the other day, but I think it depends on how you drink. I know what shiny means.
On, boss. If I was as bad as you, as bad as you sometimes make me out to be, you would have kicked me out of the lab, and I would never have got back in again.
Well, that should tell you a lot. That should tell you a lot, right? Shouldn't it?
You do what? What was that?
That should tell you a lot. You're still in the clan, so you know how quarrelsome are you?
Good looks, which does it. I'm popular. The fact is that I do, and I always go for the underdog. As it happens, I'm one of the underdogs. To be fair, you know.
I think
going back to this alliance thing, if it does come in, I can see me just having arguments with shall we say having discussions? Yes, let's call them discussions. You know, like
conversations,
cancelling things 2 minutes before they were due to happen.
Oh,
so God. You want to put the bloody tea on, you know. But
okay.
Hey, that's beside the point, and we've gone on from
that
there.
is beside the point. We've moved on from there, and you were completely
That's what
wrong.
I've just said.
Okay, so
but again, I would defend my side.
Yes, of course you would, as would anybody.
Every single time.
And that's exactly
people like Eeyore and Shiny, you know, who they're stronger than me.
Okay.
But, you know,
I think I know what Shiny
comes into the clan.
I think I know what Shiny meant with too many players that will start quarrels. I wouldn't say there's too many players that will start quarrels. I think there's too many egos, and that will start quarrels. Because ego plays a big role in this game. As you get bigger, and you think you're the big I am, and you know everything, and you've seen everything, and you stop listening to people. I said something recently to somebody who turned rogue, and I told them, you know, you join somewhere, you listen, you get to know the people, and if somebody's got good experience in the game, you learn from them. You don't just keep doing what you've always done. You're in a new dynamic. You've got to learn to play with other people. And some people, well, as somebody said, we don't play well together. So we don't play well with others. And this is what some people are saying who are in well-established, solid crews where they trust each other, and the idea of bringing in a whole new clan in some kind of alliance that they're still not sure what it will mean terrifies them. And you've got to also understand that many people in this game have very bad experiences of playing with other people. You know this, Ozzy. And they've had very bad, almost betrayal. People running off with the bank winnings, people running off with the demolishing strongholds. Imagine if you logged on tomorrow morning.
I agree with what you're saying there.
Yeah.
I think I've tried to bury me hatchet with well, I'm not going to name names, but everybody knows it's well publicised. And that person has done a lot to help me.
Yeah. Because
Since my attitude to that person has she's mellowed on me, shall I say? She has mellowed on me.
I think eventually,
So,
if you play most
personally,
games,
I don't care what people think about me. Personally, I've never been that type of person that I need people to love me. All
okay,
right?
that's just as well, really.
Either like me, hate me. But there's one thing you won't do: ignore me.
Okay, so anyway, I think alliances. Has anybody got any other thoughts about what might happen? Just purely out of interest. We don't know. And it'd be interesting to talk about it. I'm recording this, so maybe in a couple of months I'll repeat this and play it back to you and go, now what do you think? Or I told you so.
With the only alliance we can't have any foreigners, right? No Germans. Anybody outside Yorkshire? No way.
Oh gosh, you're gonna have to find it. I think there is a clan called something up north. You might be able to ally with them, Ozzy.
These dodgy Australians, these criminals. No, we gotta be careful.
Well,
Yeah.
that's the other. Actually, that is the other thing I thought immediately about alliances is that it might mean that clans split on time zones. Because if then they can ally with each other, they could have time zone clans and then have allies that are there, different shifts. You could cover the whole day if you found the right people. So it might not just be clans allying. It might mean clans splitting and forming alliances as well. That's the other possibility. But let's face it, we don't know.
You could maybe double or quadruple.
Yeah.
The amount of plans that there are. They're not going to do that, are they?
Yeah, they already are doing. That's why we face some of these little, they're not little, but these, like we faced in CVC, just huge players in small clans. They're very difficult to fight for a traditional clan like ours. Really tough.
Yeah.
You're just like, no, I'm not here to feed you soul shards. Go away. I'm not your entertainment for the day. Go away. You're too big. You're too powerful. And I've written to people before. They go, go, hit me. No, you're too big. You're too powerful. You got too many troops. Why would I hit you? I'm not here to feed you soul shards. That's that. Anyway, let's have a look at something else. Let's go off alliances, and something else cropped up today. I don't know if you noticed, but in some accounts, there was this little new, it looked like a reward button, but it wasn't. It was actually a survey.
I got one.
Did you get one? Okay, that's good. I'm glad. Let me see if I can just... I recorded mine.
Whereabouts was it?
If you didn't get it, you wouldn't get it. So it was
basically... that's obvious as that was, If I didn't get it, I wouldn't get it.
No. It came up, it cropped up, and I didn't actually look at what it looked, but it looked like a button, like when you get a patience reward. It was like one of those. Yeah. So it appeared in the top right of your fortress.
City.
And and you just had to click on it. And what happened was it came up with this. Can you see it in live chat?
No.
No, we're still
No.
looking at a
No.
military tree on the bank.
Oh, oh
Military.
yeah. Okay, let me see if I can get that to shift. Hang on. This sometimes means I end up disappearing. So change windows.
Aye.
Okie dokie bank. Okay, let's see. Okay, this might work. Has that changed?
Yep.
Oh, goody, goody, goody.
Yes.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, so let me just see if that's changed on my recording software too, because sometimes it can play up my recording software. Oh, it's there. So it came up with this game survey, yeah? And it said ends in 4 days, 14 hours. So you can go and check and see if you've got one in your thing. But I think it's basically been sent to most people who go to yacht every time. So this came in on CC, and I go, as you know, go to yacht every time. So I decided to go to the survey, and it just said, please answer some questions about Vikings War of Clans. Your opinion will help us make the game even better. Okay, I thought fair enough. And I did have some whingy bugger going, don't bother, it's they won't take any notice. No, I like surveys. So I went. So this is what happened to me. Here we go. I hope this works. Okay, blue circle, of course. Now, this is what got me, and I did send you all a message if you got it. So, Charles, the fate of Jotunheim depends on you. Please complete the survey before December 6th and decide whether the battle for the throne should be moved. You will receive 100,000 runic coins as a reward. So that was me done. I'm gonna take part.
I thought that was rather generous of them.
I was like, yeah, I'll do. I am a runic coin
Anything for
whore.
some coins?
So then it says, please confirm that you've read.
Soul.
Please confirm that you've read the rules for obtaining a reward by participating in the survey. And Tinky Winky, did you do the survey?
I did.
Did you read the rules?
Absolutely not.
So, same here.
I went, ooh, runic coins, yes please.
Yeah, I just clicked that and I went participate. This is what happened. Ooh, took me ages, didn't it? Mind you, I was thinking about... There you go. So, we were asked... We had two choices. Jarls, the battle for the throne falls on December 31st and January 1st. We are aware that many of you would prefer spending a cosy evening with your families rather than fighting in icy Jotunheim. Do you want us to move the competition to January 7th and 8th? Yes, please move it. No, leave it as it is. And it's then got this little bit about, by hitting the send button, you agree that the data you provide is collected and will be processed in the future, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So basically you say, yeah, I want it to be on January the 7th and 8th, or no, I want it to be on New Year's Eve. So I'm not going to ask you how you voted, Sir Tinky Winky. I'm going to ask everybody, how do you think I voted?
I reckon you'd have wanted Christmas, New Year's Eve to yourself.
Yeah. Yes, please move it.
Yes,
But
please
me
move it.
personally, I would have had I'll probably be on for Christmas and New Year.
Okay. So Shiny says I said move it. Ozzy's saying, what do you think I said? That I would move it?
I think you'd probably move it, actually.
Okay. I like to move it. Eeyore, what do you think? Move it? Or what do you think I voted? Move it or keep it? Move, okay.
That's a great
Smeg?
film, by the way.
It is, I love it. Smeg, move or... What do you think I voted?
Say leave it. I think you'd say leave it, basically because everybody else is in the same boat. Why change it now?
Okay. Tinky Winky, what do you think I voted?
I think you would vote to leave it as... well, I mean,
so we got 3-2. Shall we watch and see what I voted?
Go.
Eyes down is your lucky number.
Yeah.
Did you catch it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep, I said leave it as it is. Now, I thought about it.
Reasons?
Well, my main reason was I don't want to play Fury on New Year's Eve. They didn't say what they'll replace it with. I'm like, no, leave it as it is. I love Jotunheim. It's a take it or leave it competition. If you don't want to play it, don't play it. There's no consequence for the clan. There's no real, oh, where were you during CVC? There's keys, there's all that stuff. stuff. But really it is an individual competition that you can be on for or not be on for. There's no influence. Your influence hasn't changed the outcome of who you're matched against. It's Jotunheim. It's everybody in for themselves. Maybe if you're in Ret, United Core, Spartak, there's consequences if you're not there because they go full on for the throne, that kind of thing, or they go full on for the shards. But to me, it's the best competition that they could have on such a date, and they haven't said what they would replace it with. So it's either going to be nothing, and I can't see anybody wanting that. There's lots of people who don't have friends and family to celebrate New Year with, so let them go to Jotunheim if they want to. I'm not saying I'll be there. I probably won't, because I wouldn't be safe on New Year's Eve in Jotunheim. I think that would be a very bad idea. I mean, I might, because I've got no, I don't really care. But anyway, I think it's best to leave it. So I'm sorry if you said I would say move it. You don't know me that well.
Everybody to their own, isn't it?
It is. You can never tell.
I mean, me personally, I'm not bothered whether it's there or it isn't.
Exactly. That too. But the key thing here...
I'll probably be on anyway, so...
Exactly. And who's going to be going anywhere? Everything's shut. Well, everything's shut anyway. Can't have a party. Might as well have a party in Jotunheim. New Year's Eve, Jotunheim.
You can have a party over here in the UK.
You shouldn't, though, but you can.
Who says you can't? We're not banned.
Well, the scientists say you shouldn't. Bojo says, oh no, don't cancel your parties. Because he's probably got one planned already. That's why Bojo's the way he is. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Not for any political reasons. I just think he's a joke. He's a great laugh.
He's a clown, according to some French politicians. No, he's not.
Oh, yeah. And French politicians, they're right, aren't they? Jesus.
Let's not go down to politics, right? That's too much.
Yeah, let's keep politics out of it.
I voted to keep it the same as well, but for the pure reason that more people might accidentally let their shields drop.
Well, that's another reason why I'll be on.
You're a soul shard vulture. Well, hopefully also, because I don't know if you know, Christmas and New Year, Plarium suddenly gets kind of generous. So I'm thinking they might also think, oh, all these people want to play. Let's give them some bonuses. Let's give them some training boosts and resurrection at 95% or something. Maybe they'll get extra generous.
I might say something nice about them.
Yeah.
Until they do, I've got nothing nice to say.
But anyway, that's, if you saw those messages, that's what it was about. Okay, it was purely a survey saying, do you want this or do you want that? Now, I'm going to say something nice about Plarium, and something like not nice, but a little suggestion. I like making suggestions. I really liked that they did this, that they asked the community, because it's not a democracy, it's a game, but at the end of the day, asking is much nicer than just doing. Now, yeah.
Don't you think that could be from the experience they had about a fortnight ago, though?
I think it might be
because it comes every 2 weeks.
I think it might be the experience they had last year and the year before when they had 4 Furies in a row. Stupidest thing. I mean, what made me laugh was
last year,
yeah. Well, it was the year before as well. The stupidest thing was when I
remember that.
They wrote this.
I remember it.
Where was it? Here. hang on, let me just go forward this bit. I just laughed like a drain. We are aware that many of you would prefer spending a cosy evening. Well, what about Christmas 2020 and Christmas? Why did you have 4 Furies? Or was it 3 and then 4, I think it was, in a row? Fury's the most intense, stupidest game ever invented. For anybody with a family or a job or a life, you know, it's just... well, honestly, it's only for those clans that run like a business, like an organisation in themselves. They're the only ones who benefit from, and they loved it. They did love it, but they're so rare, and for the majority of people have got other things going on. So that did make me laugh. But maybe they've learnt from those experiences that it might be nice to ask. It's also the reason I like it is, can we have more of this? Like, Yarls, we're thinking of creating a gift button in the game. Would you like one? Yes, please. Or Yarls, we're thinking of changing something very fundamental, like reducing from 60 kilometres to 30 kilometres on your watchtower. Would you like it? No, leave it. But those big decisions that really impact players and players' lives, and I thought it was cool, personally. I'm sorry if you didn't get one. It just implies that you don't go full out in Jotunheim. So I think that's fair that it was asked of people who, you know, really do play Jotunheim. I wouldn't call myself somebody who plays Jotunheim for keeps, but I have had the occasional pop at the throne, that kind of thing. So maybe that's the criteria, that you've lost X million troops in Jotunheim before you get asked.
But
so kudos, Tinky Winky.
If you read that though, boss.
Yep.
Boss, that's only mentioning Battle for the Throne. Not
That's what
actually
it's called.
saying anything about like the battle for slaughter of slaughtering Jots.
No, that's
and
what it's
the key
called.
events type things.
But they're all contained in Yacht, and if the throne isn't happening, then you wouldn't be able to go to Yacht.
Yeah, that is what it's called. Okay, let's have a quick just to confirm this in your brain. Okay, so if you close that, we go into upcoming events. That's the one that gives you this. That's what the competition's called. All the other ones are competitions within that competition. Okay? So this one...
Okay, so if they cancel that, they cancel all of them.
Well, I presume they wouldn't...
Enough,
yeah. So I'm going to... Thanks for that, because I'd forgotten to claim it. Even though I will not be taking the bank over, because I'm not losing all those resources for the clan. But anyway, that's what that is. It's called Battle for the Throne. It's also got all these other mini competitions in, as you know. But anyway,
yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, so I'm run out of things to talk about. Were there any questions, ideas, thoughts? We will be going to Yacht. We will probably die in Yacht.
I'll be solo OSing for a little bit.
Okay, you're going to try that. Good. Make sure you get that shield up quick and hop.
Is anybody...
Hop.
Sorry.
Yep. There will be an empty fort going, so you can catch up on anything that you need to get. And Engels will be going, and we will try a reverse OS. We might only get one in before she burns, though. Okay, so we will do that for a Clan Keys event. Keep an eye open when they're on.
Right. What time are you going to be doing it? Because sort of 6:30 in the morning when you guys are actually discussing this.
Yeah, we discuss it then.
Time I'm up.
I know, but we don't control when it runs. These are 1 hour events that are announced.
But you can't use all your resources of the first one, because there's always a second one. Oh, well, I've no more resources now.
Ozzy,
what?
It depends who hits us. If somebody hits me with 3 OSs, that's it, it's gone. I can't do anything about it. It's not under my control, okay? So we go, we see how it is, we try to max the event. If I've run out of everything, I've run out. I've not made of money. I can't just train up. The only other thing is that I'll warn everybody about. There's going to be extra events. There's a competition running on Negan, and I think Shining Star, Stars Night, to guess the new event times, and you can win some runic coins. So have a go, but you've got to guess like 3. So there's going to be 3 new events, and I think that means they're going to move. They're going to move the times as well. So you've really just got to keep an eye on the events, see what time they are, see if we're over there. Be aware. I will put a shout out in Discord. Yeah, but if you're not up, if you're not awake, I'm not going to phone you.
6:30 in the bloody morning, you lot sort of start chirping away.
Yeah, chirping.
Normally,
but
not the time I see you on a morning at 6:30. I'm just going to bed.
Yeah, Ozzy. We don't do key. We've never done keys at 6:30. We might be talking about it.
No, but you're
but
talking
the last
about
one,
and arrange it.
Yeah,
That's the problem.
Yeah, but the last one was at 11 o'clock in the morning, and you were still in bed. So don't give me that.
No, but hang on a minute. Yes, I probably was actually because I had the late night before.
I'm not my fault. I'm not. Okay.
We have dinner.
Sorry.
We have what?
We have dinner at 11.
Oh, dinner. Yeah, exactly. We also have lives, Ozzy. So it's a case of... it's a case of if you're there, you're there. If you're not, we can't drag you there, okay? Tinky Winky, you were going to say something. Oh, no. He's muted his mic. Okay. So, I think on that
Ozzy's
note...
got it easy.
What you got?
What?
I think Ozzy's got it easy with these bloody time problems.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Okay, we've got a
but
new...
the thing is, the problem is, right, you've got it on your phone, haven't you, Meg?
Yeah.
I haven't. I've got it on a laptop, so when I turn off. I'm out of it. My laptop's not on. Okay, so no alerts or anything.
Mm-hmm. And that is my problem. How?
I'm not saying it was your problem, boss.
You're blaming me for everything. Oh, you lot, 6:30 in the morning. Natter.
No, I did not blame you for everything.
I'm going to record that bit and play it back to you.
No. I don't mind stating here, boss. Not everything is your fault.
Thank you. I'll keep that.
You can safely say that the world's third world death is somebody else's problem. Not yours.
Thank you for that generous thought. Okay, so
however, what I will say is you've been living in Germany far too long. It's about time you got your ass back home to the UK where it's all sunshine and vaccinations.
Lovely job. Lovely. Oh boy. Well, you think you've got vaccinations in your country? We've got test centres have sprung up all over Germany because they're going to bring in compulsory testing next year, I reckon. Compulsory vaccinations.
Wow.
I think they will.
Human rights.
Well, I think they will.
Listen, I'm not anti-vax at all. I've got all 3 now, right? But I can't see how legally they can do that. Force something into you. That's
so how do you feel about having stuff put in the water that you drink, like chlorine? What do you think about chlorinated water?
I don't know, do they?
Yes. And how about folic acid in bread? Yes, they do that too. So you've been having this for many years. It's not as heavily publicized as And it's not a jab. It's not a needle in your arm. But yeah, I think they're going to do it. Anyhow, they are bringing in from December the 5th. If you are not vaccinated, you are in lockdown. That's it.
Wow.
And I'll tell you why. Because their hospitals here are full to overflowing. So, something's got to give. They've got to do something. And this new variant has got everybody, and it's terrifying everyone. So I thought about cancelling my hair appointment today, but I didn't. I went, and then I put a new hair appointment in, and I broadcast it to the whole of the Learn English Network because it went onto the wrong calendar. So I invited everybody to my next hair appointment. Sorry about that, guys. It's not going to happen. I felt such an idiot. I hope nobody would notice, but that was silly of me. I got a message saying, "What's this?" Forget it. It's not happening. No, it's not an event. It's just my hair appointment went into the wrong calendar. I'm blushing
you really
now.
beautiful when you have a bottle of wine, don't you?
Yeah, this was at 10 o'clock this morning, so no excuse there. I'd only had a coffee.
Wow. Now that's early morning drinking, is that?
That was a coffee. Anyway, a coffee and a butter croissant.
Even Australians don't do that. They normally wait till quarter to 11.
Absolutely. All right. So, any further questions related to the game? Not COVID or my stupidity or culpability for world problems. That's COVID. Yeah. Well, I now know of more people with it in the game and out of the game, in family, etc. So it's serious, guys. You can't ignore it. Yeah.
Really? Again.
Yeah.
I can't believe how it's back up, come back again. Because you guys had it really bad.
Yep.
I'm talking Germany here.
These are people in the UK
This is
as well.
only paper talk, and I know your personal experience as well, your family member. But I know it sounded really, really bad over there in Germany.
Yeah, but just don't forget.
6 months ago, and I
thought
you'd sort of got it sorted.
Ozzy, I don't know how to tell you this, but the family member who died was in the UK. The people who I'm talking about with COVID,
right.
They're all in the UK.
I didn't realise that.
I know one person who's in Europe, another person who's in Germany who's got it. But everybody else is in the UK. So it's not just a German problem. As I say, always, none of us are safe until we're all safe. None of us are rich until we're all rich. None of us are comfortable till we're all comfortable. And none of us are really healthy until we're all healthy. So let's try and work together on this one. And on that note, I shall love you and leave you. Take care. See you in Yacht at 6:30 tomorrow morning, according to Ozzy, but that's not going to happen. But I will try to post. Yes, let's burn things. I think, as usual, we'll be the one that's burned, but never mind. And then, I'll see you all next week, I hope, and in the game and out of the game, and we'll have some fun. I like Yacht, as you know. It's one of my favourite competitions. So don't take it too seriously, and do be careful if you decide to go there and do your own thing and hit things. Don't sit open. I've seen what's coming. I've seen the training. Look at the training competition. Look who won the training competitions in your league. Then look at the other leagues. Look how many they trained to win those competitions. OMG. That's all I can say. I just hope they've been training up for the tower and not to come hunting me. I'll also try and post any of the competitions I see. But if you see a competition for Runic Coins, Pioneer 9, they're running some Pioneer 9 competitions with the streamers. So have a look at what the streamers are doing too and see, we might be able to win something. You never know. Engels won Pioneer 9, remember?
I might just suicide for Pioneer 9. Just try and jump straight in there.
Good luck. I hope you've got a really fast connection, because by the time I have stayed up till 2 a.m. to try and get that tile. Somebody complained that I'd won it. I don't care. I did the grind too. And by the time you actually can see that tile, it's full. I mean, all round it is full. And it's usually bees, Ret, all the big players. They've got super duper connections, or they get an early ticket or something. I don't know. It's very sussy. Because I'm not that slow. I'm not that slow. I'm not the fastest Viking in the West, but I am not that slow for it to be that full. So I gave up. I literally gave up. I thought, stuff it. They can keep their bloody Pioneer 9. Until I started hopping around after Hound like a little puppy going, me, pick me. And pure fluke he did. And I won it. But it was fun. There is a problem with some of the other streamers. They do expect things like, I don't know, there's some daft... let's put it this way. Somebody in RHSK wrote, too much like hard work. The other thing, always just have a little look. You never know. Somebody, you know, just look at that space, that spot during the competition. And remember, when you go there, your shield will drop. So if you do see it empty in that nanosecond, you can get it quick enough. But the people who get it, who jump onto it, are already unshielded. Because when you try to jump onto it, you'll get the warning that your shield will drop. So so it's really is for the big boys, or go for the competitions and see if you can get a competition. There's one where you go around hunting, trying to hit Negan. Stars Night normally does one where you try to hit her and you the 10th player to hit her or something. Again, the fastest connections tend to win it. I liked Hounds, but Hound is still on holiday in Abu Dhabi, I think, or Dubai or somewhere anyway. So he won't be doing it this time, sadly, or his lovely quiz. I hope he comes back from holiday safe and sound. But if I do see any of the easier ones where you just have to leave a note or a message or write something, I'll let you know, okay?
I was talking to Negan.
Yeah?
He was doing
live stream.
Yeah, he was doing a live stream of day trading.
Oh wow!
And
okay.
So I said to him, I says, "Well, this is better than freaking Elheim. Oh, this is better than Vikings, bloody Vikings." So he started laughing. Well, I understand that. To be fair,
I didn't know he did day trading and stuff. But okay, fair enough.
Sorry.
I didn't know he did.
Yeah,
It's
well,
neat. By the
a
way,
regular thing, but yes, I have over years.
I'm sorry. I always say Negan, and I was actually listening the other, and he calls himself Negan. So, it is Negan.
Right.
I'm gonna have to try and get his name right. But anyway, it doesn't really matter.
What he'd done was he'd got signed up for a practice account, which had like given him 300,000. Whatever
Virtual
it was,
pounds. Okay.
euros or pounds or dollars or wherever it's from. And he was saying, "Oh well, I've just made this, I've just made that," and I'm thinking to myself, "Oh God, if you go live, you're not going to be making that."
Oh, there you go.
Not unless he can actually put down a shed load of money into his account.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well, fair enough.
It's all about margin.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
These companies won't allow you to trade certain
Honey found a coupon code for...
Won't allow you to trade certain things until you've got that money in for margin in your account. So, but yeah, it was interesting.
Well, it looks like this is one of the giveaways, by the way. It's on Negan's channel. Negan's something origin story giveaway. And I think that's a Pioneer 9 giveaway. So that looks like you could have a go. Remember, you've got to have Pioneer 8 and you've got to be fort level 34, I think. Okay, before you can have it. But anyway, if you are waiting for Pioneer 9, it might be worth giving that one a go. I'm sorry there's no giveaways here. I'm not a streamer. But there's also Runicoin.
You keep telling us this, you don't do this, you don't do that, but you are doing.
Yeah, but I
Hello,
don't.
I'm Lynn. I'm your
I don't
teacher.
get. I don't
In
get
this
the
stereo.
views required by the slave drivery of being a streamer. Okay, I do this because I enjoy doing it. Okay, so take care, everybody. See you next time.
See you, boss.
Bye.
Thank you.
Don't forget, carry on
I'll
talking,
speak
but
to you.
I'm disconnecting. Take care. Take care, Smeg. Keep in
Ta-ra.
touch, okay? Take care.
I'll see you
Bye.
all in a- Bye.
Okay.
See you.